heels, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the whole of God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
Today.
The scoreboard says goose eggs right now, but we might be changing that momentarily. The offense with the football in the red zone. On 2nd and 2, Wentz. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line, 1 yard away.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The offense is in the red zone. It's a 1st and 10 situation at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Forced out to his left. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Time to jump back in. This defense, they're in a little bit of dire straits here as they'll come out and see what they can do facing a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. Second quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Wentz. So So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Wentz to the sideline on fourth down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. Here's Swift. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Gone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Ball in the red zone here. Defense in a pretty tough situation. 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Wentz dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Wentz. Able to connect with Dotson. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson. We drop you into this one here. 4th quarter, return team trailing and hoping for a nice return out of this one. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the... A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. So the picture becoming pretty clear here. The defense just looking for a stop because a touchdown, and they would trail on the scoreboard. They're hoping to preserve this slim 1-score lead. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Goff on target to Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Goff. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late. Pretty tense spot here for this offense. A field goal would tie, a touchdown would win it, but they've got to move that football. Good news for them, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he'll return it to the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Seibert's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Wentz to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this. Well, this might be a no-win situation here. This defense powerless to stop the clock. This one might be just about over. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new